Hey guys, what's up? It's Sean, Autotopia LA, and today I'm here with Go Status Gabe, which I've actually been looking forward to this one for a while. I've seen his car out at a few different events. It's one of those that every time it catches my attention. The sound of it, the look of it. It looks to me like it's a garage build.
It is a garage build.
There we go. So it's 68, is it?
It's a 67.
7, okay.
Yeah.
How long you had it for?
I bought this in 2007 in San Diego.
And did it look much like what it looks like now?
The only thing I haven't done to the car is paint and body. I changed the hood. It obviously didn't have the wheels or anything, but
Yeah.
vinyl top, the paint, that's all exactly the same as when I got it.
Okay.
So it was clean, you know, it was shiny, it looked nice, you know?
Yeah,
Because a lot of them are, you know, can be really rough.
Yeah. Now what was in it? Was it a 289 in the car?
Yeah, it was a 289 with like a little cam and a C4 and a burnt out, you know, 8-inch rear end.
Okay.
I got it.
And then did you drive it as it was for a while, or did you go straight into building it?
Probably for like 2 years I drove it the way that it was. And
Okay.
then what ended up happening is reverse went out. And then I did a T5 swap. And then that kind of was like the first time I actually did something, because at that time I did that. I put a 9-inch rear end in it, put disc brakes all the way around to make it safe, and a couple other little things that it needed.
So what do we got going on here?
That is a 393 stroker, 351 Windsor base motor.
Gotcha.
10-to-1. The motor's really what kind of kicked off the build how it is right now. With everything you see, it had a carburetor before, but pretty much carburetor to pan, all the accessory drive. I got it for 2,500 bucks. So that was like a once in a lifetime kind of deal. So that really kind of like set the stage for everything that followed after that.
And what is the power that this engine's putting out for you?
When I had the carb on it, it put down 415 to the tire.
That's great.
Yeah, it's good power.
That's
it's
killer.
fun, you know?
Yeah. And then are you still running the T5 that you bought that kind of got things going, or no?
I wish I could, but no, that wouldn't handle the power. So I got rid of that, and I put a TKO 600 5-speed in it.
Okay.
Everything I did about this build is budget minded, because you know, it's all about the money. So I really kind of go out of my way to find the best parts that I can afford that I know is going to work. I've never built a car before, so this was my very first build. I even painted the engine bay. That was always the eyesore to this car. It looked shiny from the outside. Open my hood and you're like,
yeah.
I should have probably cleaned it, but no. So that was the first thing I did. My wife helped me probably for like 3 months out of a summer on the weekends. Wire wheels on a drill, man. We took it all down to bare metal, and the inside and outside of the fenders. Took it all down, and I did my first epoxy paint. You know, I didn't rattle can it, so I have some actually like legit paint that's on it. And that was actually the hardest thing of the whole build.
Really?
The prep and everything, getting all those nooks and crannies and making it do right. I mean, it was stationary in my garage.
Yeah.
So it was just a lot of work climbing around the car. It was on jack stands. So I was really glad when that got all buttoned up, but you know, it came out pretty good.
Now, what do you have going on for suspension on the car?
On the front, I've got, because they're a bolt-in system, that was something I had to do. I couldn't afford to pay a fabricator all these, you know, all this money. So I had to do something bolt-in. So I got Total Control products. It's a double adjustable shock that's under there. They seem to be pretty good. I'm very satisfied with them so far.
And one of the things that stands out to me on your car here is your wheel choice. I love this mini light style wheel.
Yes. This is made by ET Mags. This is their, I think they're called LT3s.
And what'd you say you're running for brakes on here?
These are 03, 04, you know, 2-piston Mustang Cobra brakes.
And you've got, I see, you do have a booster on there, right? You're not a manual brake?
Not yet, and when I do switch it over, I'll be getting rid of that.
Yeah.
You get rid of that with Willwood brakes. I never kind of understood how that worked, but apparently, you get rid of the power part of it.
And what are you running? You know, this car has a very particular tone to it. What do you run, like what's exhaust, mufflers, what are you running there?
I've just got a 1 3/4 to 1 7/8 stepped long tube header. It goes out to a 2.5-inch custom stainless steel H-pipe. There's no room to get an X in there. That's completely out of the question.
Okay.
And then I've always been a huge fan of Flowmasters, so this is their Super 44s. They're dumped right behind the axle. The car's so lightweight, it only weighs 2980. I had it aligned and weighed maybe like 2 months ago.
Got it, okay.
And I think the good power to weight ratio is what makes it so fun.
Sure.
You know, it's just, it stinks, it's loud, and it just rips, you know? It's a lot of fun.
What is the rear tire size on
That's
there?
a 275.
Oh, got it, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got an 8-inch rim up front, 9.5 in the back.
This is crazy to see out exposed like this, your battery kill.
I bought that because I had a draw on the battery. So I ran my battery down a couple times. I kept having to take it off the post, and So I put that on and I just killed it, and then that was that. But one of the things that's kind of funny, I like to point out, is that little dish that's on there is actually a little magnetic tray. I just used that and threw it on there because I didn't have a little flat piece of aluminum laying around. So I'm like, the hell with it, man. Put some ARP bolts to dress it up a little bit.
I love it. See, this is what I love about these
garage builds, man.
Garage builds. I love the creativity. I love the figure it out, you know, and I got to imagine the entire time, every time you dig in, you're learning something new.
Oh, absolutely. Everything I've done to this car is like the first time I've done it. I'd never even pulled a carburetor off before. Not that that's hard, but like, you know, pulling a motor and all that, that was the first time I did it. And, you know, I had a great time doing it. There were some times when you kind of rack your brain and, you know, you kind of like get frustrated, but you just got to keep going, man. Keep going after it, and, you know, you'll get it eventually.
Yeah. Let's go check out the interior here. Look at that. Just total race seats.
I still need a cage, you know, so I can get safety seat belts. These are still the old school lap belts, but for what I'm going to do on autocross, it's going to be totally fine. I'll actually be, you know, nice and secured.
I love the wheel too. That's it. What is it? What's that wheel?
Just a Grant.
Okay. Yeah.
Got that at the Long Beach swap meet.
Really?
Yeah.
I dig your car, dude. Every time I hear your car coming, it makes me look because I want to know what the hell's coming my way. And there's just something about your car. There's the you know, the stance, the wheels, the tone. Your approach on this has made me want to do what I want to do next, which is go for a cruise in this thing and see what Go Status is all about.
Sounds good, man. Let's go.
All right, you guys, before we go for a drive, we've got merch. ATLAmerch.com. We've got really cool shirts, hats, stickers, and I absolutely love our keychains. Now, let's go for a drive. Dude, the car roasts. Feels like super solid too. Like you feel like you're really planted good.
All the cars I've had, I've never actually had traction. I actually have some good grip now.
Seems like it. I'm stoked you brought this up for us to shoot, man.
I am too, man. Thanks for having me come out.
This is one I've been looking forward to, really. And I think a lot of the people that watch the channel have the same approach. It's fun to see, you know, for lack of better terms, garage build or the working man's build, you know, where you can't just go drop 150 grand and say, call me when it's done, you know? But most people can't, dude. Most people can't do that.
You know, if I had that money, I still wouldn't pay a builder to do it. I'd still do it myself.
Figure it out yourself.
I love it. Yeah, I mean,
none of you guys can tell me that 400 plus horsepower at the rear wheel, nobody can say that that's not enough power for you to be able to get down. Go for it. It's stiff, isn't it?
it is stiff. Yeah. I have.
I don't mean that bad. I mean, it's like that's what if you're going for performance driving, you better be stiff.
I guess that's what you get with leaf springs. These are race leafs, and I did polyurethane everything that's on it, and I have double adjustable Viking shocks in the back. Since I put all it together, plus the torque arm, I mean, it really like night and day difference. It's never been like that, and that was only a couple months ago I put it on.
Piston brakes up front seem to work just fine, right?
Yeah.
I guess it's all, you know, it's funny. I mean, a lot of times people talk power, but they forget to equate what the weight of the car is. And you're running a pretty light car here.
Good to go?
Yep. Oh, it's like that, huh? That was awesome, Gabe. Woo, dude. right, you guys. Well, that's it for our shoot of Go Status 67 Mustang. I love the working man's build, you know, the garage build, the one where the guy can't afford to throw down $500,000 to have somebody build a car. He's a guy that works a job and finds the time and finds the money and does something to his car. I just think it's rad. And to top it off, the guy's built a badass car. And for any of you thinking that a little over 400 horsepower at the tire is not enough, I think this just really answered that question, man. So anyways, you guys, thanks for hanging and watching and supporting what we do. I really appreciate it. And I will see you in the next episode. All right, man, later.